Coming up, we'll take a look back at the PIAA Wrestling State Championships in Hershey, recapping all of the action. Plus, state playoff basketball is underway as the Battle of the Bishops soars to life. And a look into Penn State baseball against Lafayette after the whistle starts now. Hello and welcome to After the Whistle. We took a week off, but we're back with coverage of District 6 high school wrestling, basketball, and more. Live from University Park, I'm Cassie Vaselis.
And I'm Jenna Wispman. Today we'll take a look back at state championship wrestling, but first let's head over to state playoff basketball for our games of the week. The semifinals are coming up this weekend, and we have two teams from District 6 facing each other for a spot in the 1A championship. We'll show you how Bishop Guilfoyle and Bishop Carroll got to this point, starting in Altoona with BG on March 8th. The Lady Marauders started their run in the first round at home against Clarion Limestone. The ref throws it up, and we are underway. Early on, it's Mary High. She'll grab that rebound right there. She sends it down the floor to Leona Williams, who dumps it off to Morgan Ruggery, making the layup for two. Later on, it's Hannah Begg. She drives the basket and lays it right in there. Then it's a battle at midcourt, and it's won by the Lady Marauders, and that allows Gia Adams to take the ball and make a mid-range jumper. The Lady Marauders led at the half 42-10.
What a score.
Now the second half is where things get interesting. Ruggery grabs her own rebound and looks to make a play, towards which she does, adding two for BG. Lady Marauders defeated the Lions 62-19. Clarion Limestone ended the season at 15-10 as Bishop Guilfoyle moved on to the second round.
In the second round, the Lady Marauders took on Aquinas Academy. BG jumped out to a quick 8-0 lead as Maury Query hit Leona Williams with a long pass to finish off the glass. Now, still in the first, it's Query again with the swat on defense, and Amberlyn Petreka gives it right back to her for the steal and score. Now, late in the first half, Hannah Homan drains a three, which opens up a 21-point lead. Now, in the third quarter, the Lady Marauders put on a passing clinic and eventually work it to Morgan Ruggery for the triple. Now we're going to see more defense for BG here as Elliot Cleverland tries to go up for the layup, and Petreka says, "Get that out of here."
Ooh.
Bishop Guilfoyle cruised to a 60-27 win. They only had one player in double digits, and that balanced offense carried them into the quarterfinal.
In the quarterfinals, Bishop Guilfoyle faced St. Joseph's Catholic Academy. In the first quarter, Gia Adams grabs the board and passes it out for Mary High to drain the three. Check that out. At this time, BG leads 14-0. Martyrs back on offense. Adams swings it to the corner and gets it right back for the bucket. BG is dominating by 20 after the first quarter. In the second, St. Joe's Aubrey Yarts gets the rebound and feeds Naomi Crispin from way beyond the arc to cut into BG's lead.
What a shot.
And before halftime, a Wolfpack's miss lands into the arms of Marie Query. She takes it coast to coast, Euro-stepping past defenders and in for two. Look at that right there. Bishop Guilfoyle defeated St. Joe's 66-48. BG has won 18 straight on their way to the semifinals.
The Bishop Carroll Lady Huskies faced off against the Williamsburg Lady Pirates on Saturday for a quarterfinal matchup. We picked things up early in the third as the Lady Pirates' Leanna Royer sinks the jumper, making the score 39-30 Bishop Carroll. Now wasting no time, Reagan Prague sinks a three for Williamsburg. Now coming off a fast break in the fourth quarter, Bishop Carroll's Adeline Myers knocks it down, making the score 52-40. Myers would put up another two, securing the win against Williamsburg. Bishop Carroll walked away with the win 60-47. Bishop Carroll and Bishop Guilfoyle will meet Saturday at Altoona High School. The last time these two teams met was for the District 6 Championship, where BG took gold.
The BG boys also made a run in the tournament, getting to the second round against South Allegheny. Now it's late in the first quarter. Hamilton Gates gets it far wing, drives and protects, and gets the and one. It's 12-9 BG. Second quarter, BG still leading. Gladiators missed a three, and Nick Four saves it on the baseline. Then Torian Consiglio lobs it for Gates, and he flies through the air for the tip finish. With seconds left in the half, Cameron Epps flashes open and drains the buzzer beater three. Listen to that. And that made it 28-26 Gladiators. Now this is where it gets wild right here. First, Drew Cook goes for the reverse. It's no good. And then Troy Ruggery on the fast break gets blocked by Jack Jakowski. Camden Lewis heaves it back the other way to Cook. He gets another chance at the reverse.
What a series of plays there.
South Allegheny held on in the fourth to take it 55-47. The Marauders season ends as the Gladiators advance to the quarterfinal round and are now in the 3A semifinals after yet another win.
Lacrosse season is here. The Central Dauphin Rams travel to State College on Monday night. Faceoff starts the play as we are starting in the third quarter. Cooper Brushwood dodges to the left and buries it for the Little Lions right there. Now after taking a pass, Isaiah Gadsden nips top right, getting the Rams back in it.
That's a hard shot right there.
Trey Combs then dodges towards the net and finishes as he falls to the ground. Right there, he adds to the State College lead. The Little Lions defeated the Rams 15-7. Central Dauphin moves to 0-1-1 and plays Chambersburg next. State College moves to 1-0 and plays Central Dauphin East next.
Penn State baseball is rolling in the first half of the season and continued that against St. Bonaventure on Dollar Dog Night. Penn State got off to an early lead with a 2 RBI single from Joe Jakonski in the bottom of the first, bringing the score to 2-0. Robert Manio hit a sac fly. He hits a sac fly for St. Bonaventure in the 7th, bringing Jace Charnage in and cutting the deficit down 7-4. They're getting close. And to finish it off, it will be the Georgia transfer Cole Wagner. He hit a single to left field, driving in Penn State's last 2 runs of the game, bringing the score to 10-4.
What a great Dollar Dog Night score there.
Penn State defeats St. Bonaventure 10-5. The Nittany Lions move to 15-4 on the season as the Bonnies fall to 7-12.
Penn State baseball is taking on Lafayette at Medler Field, where the first pitch just took place moments ago. Our reporter Brian Portney is at Medler Field now. How's it going, Brian?
Thanks, Cassie. First pitch from Lafayette and Penn State just got underway. And we got a nice sizable crowd with us here and some nice weather too, which helps, even though there's some wind. But last night was Dollar Dog Night, and 7,506 fans, 7,506 hot dogs are consumed by fans. The Nittany Lions wrap up this week with a conference series against Michigan State at home. Back to you guys at the studio.
Well, that's a lot of hot dogs. Thanks, Brian. Coming up after the break, we'll take a look at PIAA State Championship Wrestling.
But first, let's take a look at scores from around District 6. During our week off, state championships for wrestling took place in Hershey, and our crew got a closer look at the action.
Massimo Bonagorio and Massimo Manfra are here in studio ready to recap it all. And guys, it looked like you had a lot of fun down there.
Well, Hershey was a blast. The air smelled like chocolate, but the wrestling was even sweeter.
Yeah, especially when we got from the hotel all the way to the finals, it just smelled like chocolate that entire time. Speaking of which, here are the 3A finals. Whitehall's Wilmot Kai and Coach Tim Cunningham pumped before his match. Kai defeated Mateo Gallegos of Du Bois by a 7-3 decision, and the Giant Center, well, they were absolutely loving it. Kai is Coach Cunningham's first state champ of his entire coaching career. In the 127 final, Lehigh commit Keanu Dillard defeated Gabriel Ballard by an 8-2 decision, putting up the 3, representing his 3rd state title and as well in the same match, his 100th career win.
Major milestones.
Unbelievable. In the 139 final, 3A's most outstanding wrestler, Tahir Parkins, dominated, winning by a 20-3 tech fall and finishing with a record of 50-0 in his last season at Nazareth. And finally, Penn State commit Asher Cunningham defeated Pitt commit Bode Marlowe by a 12-6 decision. Cunningham showing off the S in State College. Bethlehem Catholic only had one champion, but came out on top, scoring 88 team points.
Well, you saw Asher Cunningham flexing that S for State College. He'll stay right here as he's begun to wrestle with the Nittany Lion Wrestling Club after his senior year.
Yeah, I mean, 3A was very close, and some wrestlers won their first state title and others won their second. We had the chance to talk to Asher Cunningham and Wilmot Kai about their performances.
Asher Cunningham has dominated high school wrestling from his first match this year all the way to the PIAA State Championships, winning the 172-pound title.
Yeah, I just like to stay calm in my matches and stay focused. Even if they get a takedown on me, I just think about scoring the next point and just getting the next win.
Cunningham will focus on nationals and worlds this summer and then focus on competing for the Nittany Lions in the fall.
Yeah, I'm just grateful for this opportunity, and I'm really excited to go to Penn State and just keep elevating my level.
Tonight in Hershey, Penn State commit Asher Cunningham won gold. He was expected to win his match, but a huge upset early in the night invigorated the crowd.
Junior and 114-pounder Wilmot Kai shocked the Pennsylvania wrestling community by winning his first state title, beating many talented wrestlers in the process, including a reigning champion.
Very proud. Works through a lot of adversity, probably the hardest worker in the room. If he could live in the wrestling room, he would. I mean, it's hard to get him out of the wrestling room. That's how much he has fun and he enjoys the sport, and that's what makes him so good.
Kai is Coach Tim Cunningham's first state champion of his career. The win isn't just a big accomplishment for Kai, but for Whitehall Wrestling.
Wilmot, I think this is a stepping stone within our program. He wanted to help this program. He stayed loyal to Whitehall Wrestling.
Kai has only been wrestling since 8th grade and gave high praise to everyone who's helped him along his journey.
Shout out to my training partners. Shout out to Coach Austin Brett for helping me since January maintain my weight. Shout out to Coach Tim Cunningham. He's the best coach in the Valley, best coach in the state. I just love my team, love their support, love my community so much.
Kai finished the season with a record of 35-3, earning multiple achievements including 100 career wins, 50 career pins, and a state title.
Yeah, the atmosphere was just electric in Hershey, but it wasn't just 3A, but 2A as well. Mosmo, you had the chance to cover 2A. What did you see?
Well, we saw great wrestling the entire weekend, but happening alongside 3A were the 2A championships. Bo Bassett gets prepared to face Hudson Homan at 145 pounds. He grapples around Homan and earns the first 3 points of the match like that. He wouldn't stop there, dominating on his way to a second state championship. Now at 133 pounds, it's the match of the night, Jax Forrest versus Aaron Seidel. After intense scrambling, Forrest gets a hold on Seidel and snaps down, earning 3 on his way to a massive victory. Now to 189 pounds, Faith Christian's Adam Waters takes down Caleb Close of Bald Eagle before going and flipping Close onto his back and earning all 4 of a near fall to take a commanding 7-0 lead. Waters won the state championship and right there on the mat committed to Ohio State, and that received boos from the Giant Center crowd. Faith Christian took first place with 232.5 points and 4 individual champions. Faith Christian had a great weekend and took home the victory, but it was Bishop McCourt's Jax Forrest who got the Outstanding Wrestler Award for 2A after defeating the 200-win Aaron Seidel. We had a chance to talk to Jax after the tournament, and this is what he had to say.
Jax Forrest of Bishop McCourt took home the big prize in his 133-pound weight class Saturday at the PIAA Wrestling Championships.
I feel like I could have wrestled better, offensively, defensively, all that, but, against someone who's, that good, it feels good.
Forrest defeated the winningest wrestler in Pennsylvania history, Anthony Seidel, achieving his 50th win of an undefeated season.
It's pretty cool because, obviously, my freshman year I lost once, my sophomore year I lost twice, so my goal is to be the best that I can be, and to do that, you got to go undefeated.
Though Forrest has won some big matches and titles, there's still one he's looking ahead to. He wants to be a world champ.
That's my goal. That's, been my focus this whole year, and things like this is just a stepping stone to get there.
With him every step of the way is his coach, Howard Forrest, who just happens to be his dad. He says it's a tough balancing act.
Out there and you try to just focus on the match and the wrestling that's taking place and just try to be that coach. And, I think we have a good relationship where we're able to do that.
The elder Forrest says Jackson's attitude makes his job easy.
That's one thing where I don't really push him too much. He's very, very self-driven, has very big goals ambitions that he works really hard for.
It was another great year of states, and next up, we'll be looking forward to U20 World Juniors in Bulgaria this August.
Yeah, can't wait as Pennsylvania takes on the rest of the world. But we're not done in Hershey just yet. It wasn't just the guys we covered, it was also the girls, fittingly on International Women's Day. Jenna?
That's right, the 2A and 3A boys weren't the only ones there with the girls wrestling right across from them. Girls wrestling has been sanctioned in Pennsylvania for 2 years now, and it is thriving. We begin with Zoe Haynes, cousin of Penn State wrestler Levi Haynes, everyone knows that name, who puts Angelina Spackman into a cradle and rocks her into the pin as she claims her second PIAA state championship right there. And now we move on to 148 pounds. Chestnut Ridge's Violet LaSure drives straight through Jamison Strickland, putting her straight onto her back. She will get a takedown and a near fall, which makes 7 points in just one move. Now that's pretty talented. LaSure's teammate Juliet Out followed her and did not disappoint, picking up Reagan Snyder from the mat and claiming the pin. Montgomery would take home the big prize with 63 points. Chestnut Ridge would claim the second with 58.5 points, and Easton with 56 would round out the top three. Our reporter Janae Overton took a deeper look into this fast-growing sport.
Saturday was International Women's Day, and at the 2025 PIAA Wrestling State Championships in Hershey, that day had more meaning. For the second year, the competition featured a sanctioned girls division. Back this year to compete was Chestnut Ridge's Violet Leisure. In 2024, she walked away with the top prize in her class.
It takes time, but eventually you just need to focus on you and being good and trust the process.
This year, that process included her equally disciplined sister and freshman Juliet Alt.
My thoughts were just to wrestle everybody with my match and just stay focused on what's in front of me. And I train hard, so just trust in the training, trust in the Lord's plan, and just go do my thing.
The sisters say the support and family connection make a difference.
It's amazing. It adds more excitement to my matches, and it just feels so awesome to win all of our tournaments together and be there and supporting each other and being each other's #1 fan.
And all of their hard work and dedication would pay off, as earlier tonight they had 2 female champions on the top spot of this podium right behind me.
In his first year as girls head coach, Jason Kendall was thrilled that Alt at 155 and Leisure at 148 won their championship bouts.
Oh, it's awesome. I mean, the hope is, we can continue to build the program. I mean, just a day for Chestnut Ridge in general.
Teammate Dominic Deputy also took his place on the podium's first place spot. He credits the feeling of extended family at his school with his team and the girls' success.
It was awesome, growing up, having Violet and Juliet with us all the whole time. They've been my practice partners, so it's awesome for them to finally have their own way to shine against other girls.
Girls wrestling is growing, and not just at the high school level. According to the NCAA, there are now more than 80 women's wrestling programs at NCAA schools.
It feels great for today to be National Women's Day and to win a state title, especially now that the girls is sanctioned in Pennsylvania. It feels good.
Kendall hopes the program can go from 3 varsity wrestlers, Leisure, Alt, and Kalia Day, by getting the 6 junior high wrestlers hooked on the sport.
It's awesome. And, the goal was to continue to build this program out with the girls, Juliet and Violet really being the pioneers that helps build that.
With so much young talent running through this program, the future is looking bright as this year's success has already found the program.
So Chestnut Ridge finishes the day with 3 state champs and second place among the girls. Not so bad.
And a great show of support for all the girls wrestling. It's been an exciting few weeks for District 6 sports, and our Kennedy Rivers has our top 3 plays. Kennedy?
Thanks, Cassie. It really has been a packed few weeks, but these plays were just too good to ignore. We had a variety of different sports for Penn State and high school, but we were able to narrow it down to these top 3 plays. Our third play, Lady Marauders basketball. Marie Query off the rebound, drills it down the court, Euro steps her defender and finishes up with a beautiful layup. Sticking with Bishop go for it, but now the boys nick forward with a save, and then Consiglio lobs it for Hamilton Gates, who flies it in the air for the tip basket, playing past coast to coast for 2. For our top play, it's Central Dauphin boys lacrosse. It's a pass from behind to the net. Isaiah Gadsden with a left-handed rip on the run and stings to the corner. He goes to celebrate with his teammates, and what a way to start the game. A great few weeks for District 6, but those top 3 plays have really raised the bar. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Kennedy. That's all for this week's show. Tune in next week for more coverage on District 6 and Penn State sports. I'm Cassie Vaselis.
And I'm Jenna Wisman. For more updates on our show and coverage of games, follow us on X, Instagram, and TikTok at ATWPSU, and check out the Penn State Student Media website. We'll see you next week right here on After the Whistle.